Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, the Nursing Jewel. What's up, y'all? Long time no see. Okay. I know some of y'all probably like, girl, you overdid it this time. Like, what's going on? You just abandoned us? You just gonna leave us like that? Guys, I mean, I have no excuse. I kind of do, but yeah, so much has happened, and I just felt like, there was so much going on that I was just like, everything was happening at once. I was just like, I can't even record. Like, there's so many like mini updates within an update, and then I kept saying, well, I'll do a bigger update and a bigger update, and then like eventually I ain't do it, but I'm gonna do it today. So hey guys, how you doing? Happy New Year 2024. Coming for more. Okay. Yeah, how y'all doing? How y'all been? How's you guys' nursing journey? I don't even remember how to record no more. So yeah, I guess I'll just split this video into like all the things that have been happening or that have happened since my last update. Just, yeah, a lot. And, just let you guys know how your girl's been. I think it's been maybe 5 or 6 months since my last update. It had to be like 6 or 7, actually, because your girl wasn't married yet. So that's the first update. Your girl got married. Hey, yes, I'm a married woman now, But yeah, so I got married in August. Yeah, if you guys have been, I know some of you guys are subscribed to my main channel, ItsRubyC, link down in the description box below. Yeah, you guys have been following my whole wedding series. If you haven't and you guys want to see my wedding, the full wedding video is up on that channel. And I'll actually see if I could post the link to the wedding as well in the description box and somewhere in the comments. So you guys, if you want to see it, you could just click right on it. But yeah, your girl got married in August. I also moved with my husband. We weren't living together before we got married. So like we moved together to a different town, a little bit farther from where I was before. So yeah, and then we went on our honeymoon in Jamaica right after the wedding. So, well, it was like a couple days after the wedding. Did we move? We moved all our stuff in before the wedding. Then we got married. Then we moved in. And then like 2 days later, we went on our honeymoon. It was chaotic, okay? But if you guys want to see our honeymoon vlog, our Jamaica honeymoon vlog, that is also on my main channel. And I'll try to put that link in the description box as well. So yeah, so I took some time from recording just to being a wife. Like, it sounds like, girl, what do you mean just to be a wife? But it's just like, I ain't never lived with no one else besides my parents before. Like, or my siblings, like, it's different. So, just adjusting to that and, the new location and, work and all of that and school. So, it's part of the reason why I didn't record. So yeah, married life is great. We just past what? 5 months. So we're 5 months married at this point. It's great. Marriage is great. We're just so blessed. And yeah. So if you guys want to see hubby, you know what to do. Go to the main channel and you'll see my boo bars. But I'll go to school next. So yeah, your girl is still in the master's program, the MSN program at Capella. I know when I first started the program, I told you guys, I'm doing the flex path and it's self-paced and I could finish in people have finished in 4 months. People have finished 5-6 months within a year. So November of this year will make it 2 years that I've been in school. But I gotta look at it this way. It is the average time for people to finish their master's degrees. Like, although I'm doing the flex path, so it's supposed to be a little bit quicker. Like, that's the reason why I did it. I still have a goal in mind that I could finish even before November. So what was holding me back with that was just you know, since it's self-paced, I gotta be disciplined. And your girl's a slacker. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, if you give someone 3 months to do as many classes as they want, some people are motivated to. I was not. I'm like, I got time to do this one assignment. Each class is about 3 to 4 assignments, like papers, PowerPoints, presentations, stuff like that. So I'd be like, man, I still got time to do this one paper. And then the annoying thing is I'd be down to 1 week left of the billing period. That's how Capella does it. So every 3 months is a billing period. You get billed for that time. You could take as many classes as you want. So like it would come down to the last week of the billing period and I'd be like, oh my goodness, I still have 3 more assignments to do for the one class. And then I'd get everything done within that week, hand it in and pass the class. But I'm like, yo, if I had that same kind of like, you know, like drive to finish in 1 week because it's the last week, if I had that same kind of drive in the beginning of the like semester of the billing period, I would have finished all the classes. So it's like, I know myself, I'm not gonna lie. So as of right now, I have completed 4 or 5 classes and I have changed my specialization. So if you guys were watching before when I was first talking about my MSN program, I told you guys that my focus was care coordination and transition management, which is basically case management. And after doing it for a while, like I took the class, like the intro to care coordination, I'm like, and a lot of people were telling me like, yo, you have a BSN, you could be a case manager. You don't really need a MSN to be a case manager. And I'm like, I knew it, but I was just like, at the time, I'm like, well, the job's paying for it, so I'm gonna just do it just to do it. And then like after a while I was like, yeah, that's not making the most of having a master's if it's just like something that I could have done with a BSN, which like, you know, which I could be doing now. So I'm like, all right, let me see what other specializations they have. So then I briefly switched to nursing informatics because I was like, all right, if you guys, I think in my previous video I was like, yeah, do I see myself doing like a bedside nursing or any hands-on nursing within the next 5 to 10 years? And my answer was no. As time went on, I was like, in the next 3 to 5 years, no. So I was like, okay, informatics, it's like behind the scenes, working with like, you know, electronic health records in the system and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, I'll do informatics. But then I was like, you know what? Capella always has this statement. So Capella is accredited. If anyone's wondering, they're accredited by the CCNE, which a lot of nursing programs are accredited by. So it's legit. But they have a little statement at the bottom that says, we are not responsible if you cannot find a job after you get your degree, basically. So I was like, you know what? Let me see the amount of informatics jobs that are available in my area, because that also wouldn't make sense, you know, getting the degree in that specialization and then coming out without a job, basically. Like I have the degree to show. It's extra practicum hours at the school. It's 200 hours of a practicum. So it's like you're doing more. All the other MSN specializations are 100 hours. So you're doing more just to come out with like nothing, no job. So I looked, and a lot of the informatics jobs, like they want like, yeah, we want you to have your informatics MSN, but then 10 years of experience or 5 years of informatics experience. And I'm like, well, how do you expect a nurse who just got their MSN degree to have 5 years of informatics experience if they just got their degree to be in informatics? Like, it didn't make sense. And I'm like, and that was probably only like 3 jobs that I could find around my area in informatics. So I'm like, that's going to come out to nothing as well. So actually 2 weeks ago, I messaged my academic coach. So we have someone who's with us like throughout the whole program just to ask questions, or they help you out if you need a break or whatever. So yeah, I was talking to her and I'm like, yeah, so we're going to have to scratch that whole informatics thing. I'm like, I'm just trying to find something that I could get a job after, or at least open up more doors or give me more options of what I have right now. So I went back to the Capella website, searching through the master's programs. I'm like, all right, so if I start a whole new like degree, like if it's not nursing, if it's something else, like basically all those classes that I took Like, they don't apply. They get credits, but it's not going to help in the program. Like, it's basically like starting all over again, with like 12 classes to go. And I'm like, yo, that's going to take a whole nother year, the rate I'm going. So I was looking at the MSN programs. They just started a FNP program, but you already know, I've been told you guys, if you've been watching me before, you know, I ain't trying to be a nurse practitioner. Like, some people, that's their goal with their nursing masters. For me, nah. There was education, and I'm like, you know, no. And then there was nursing leadership and administration. So if you guys could guess, that's the one I went with. And I feel like it's kind of like a full circle type situation as well, because my first degree that I got in public health, my focus was long-term care administration, which is basically nursing administration. So I'm like, all right, bringing it back around, MSN and nursing leadership and administration. And I feel like for me, that could open up a lot more doors to being behind the scenes of nursing, you know. And some people might get offended. I know the nursing world. Some people might get offended, like, what do you mean you don't want to be at the front lines and doing patient care and da-da-da. I've said this in videos years ago. Everyone has a different goal in nursing, and whatever you want to do it, because at the end of the day, you're the one who's working the job, not the other people who are going off on you. So, like, you know, that's my goal, so that's what I'm doing. So yeah, so I said so a lot. So that's my current specialization that I'm doing. That one I feel a lot better about, because I'm just like, yeah, with the leadership and administration focus, if I wanted to do education, I could. If I wanted to be, you know, a manager or something, I could. If I wanted to do something behind the scenes, like, I could. Like, you know, it's just like, it opens a lot more doors to what I could do. So that's where I'm at right now. Right now I am taking a break from school. I'm supposed to start back in April. During that time, though, I am trying to at least, like, do some paperwork, like papers and assessments. Like, there was one class I had to drop. So, but I, like, you know, took a mental note of, you know, the assignments that have to be done for it. So I'm like, okay, while I have this break, I could just, you know, finish up those assignments so that when I start back up in April, I could just hand them in and be done with the class. So yeah, my goal is to finish before September, because Capella has 2 graduation dates or commencement dates. One is in March and the other is in September each year, and they're at different locations. So the one in March, obviously, I'm not going to finish within 2 months. I'm still on my break until April. So that one's in Louisiana. The one in September is in San Antonio, Texas. So I'm like, oh, that'd be cool to finish. So yeah, my goal right now is to finish. What else? The only thing that kind of makes me nervous that everyone at Capella who does a master's is, like, stressing about is the practicum, like the capstone class. So you have to have 100 hours of practicum. 20 of them could be for research, so, like, you know, self-studying, stuff like that. But the other 80 has to be completed at an approved clinical site. And they do have a long list. There's a bunch of places in Jersey that I could go to, but you have to find your own preceptor as well. So I do have a couple of people in mind. The preceptor has to have their master's. It doesn't have to necessarily be in nursing. They just have to have a master's. So I'm like, oh, you know, I could ask my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law, if you guys don't know, she is a FNP. She's a family nurse practitioner, and she also has her MSN in nursing education. So it's like, hey, you could educate me, be my preceptor girl. Nah. So I was thinking about her. I also have, like, you know, family friends who are nurse practitioners. So I have, like, a good amount of preceptors. It's just, like, picking a clinical site and getting that approved. Some people who have gone to a Capella, some people say it could take 2 weeks. Some people say it could take 3 months. So that's the part I'm nervous about. Like, finishing the classes, like, if I'm really motivated, I could finish that. But having the site approved is solely on, like, their timing. So, you know, that makes me nervous. But yeah, that is my school update as far as that goes. So hopefully, you know, your girl can finish by September and have her MSN. Yeah, so now work update. Yes, work update, guys. I don't even know where to start. So last time I spoke to you guys at the psych hospital, I was telling you guys I tolerated it, everything like that. I will say I did leave the psych hospital last month. So you guys are probably like, what, girl? What? I thought it was going good. It was. Let me tell you where everything went downhill. Okay. So, as you guys know, I was mentioning being married and stuff like that. As you guys know, I was working the night shift full time, and I was doing 8 hours. So with that, my husband works evening shift. So you can imagine we really didn't get to see each other much, especially after we got married and moved in together. Like when we were living separately, it was like, okay, like it was the norm, but then getting married and being together, it's like, you know what, I really don't get to see you. And it's not just because we don't live together, it's actually because of our work schedule. So, you know, I was like, I could probably, you know, find something else within my psych hospital. So I started my search. They had different unit openings, and then they had like employee health. And so like I applied to the detox unit, which a lot of people were saying, like, people had, this is the thing, because I was like newer to the psych hospital, I almost clocked in 2 years there. So not like new, but because like there was people there who had worked there like 10 plus years, I was going based off of what they said. So it was like the detox unit was available, the dual diagnosis, which is like addictions plus like psych. They had openings. Like, you know, every time I would tell someone like, you know what, I applied to the dual diagnosis unit. Oh, you don't want to work there. I heard that this, and that happens there, and this, and that. And then I was like, oh, well, I applied to the detox unit too for evenings. Oh, you don't want to work there. You're going to have to float all the time. And they always send you to the adolescent unit. And the adolescent unit is where nobody wants to go. If you work in psych, you know, kids, the adolescents, the youth, they are the hardest. Not even hardest. They kind of annoying. I'm not going to lie. Like those times on my unit where like, you know, we would have patients who like would turn 18 and then they would be sent to my unit, which was the adult acute behavioral unit. So, you know, and they would just come with their whole adolescent mentality. I don't want to do this. That's so annoying. Oh my gosh, you're stupid. I'm just like, can you not be a teenager right now? Like, but nah. So yeah, I would get a lot of feedback on, you shouldn't do that. Oh, you shouldn't go there. Da, 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 da. And like, you know, I even got a call for the detox unit for an interview, and I was like, nah, I heard about y'all. Like, you know. So long story short, I ended up applying to employee health. I got accepted, and I left the psych unit in November. So I clocked in about, a year and 6 months on my psych unit. And it was like a bittersweet thing. Here's why. Psych, like, I didn't mind it at all. Like, I wouldn't say it's the best, but like, it was something that I was like, you know, I think I found kind of where I belong in nursing. Like, if I were to choose a specialty in nursing, I'm like, okay, I don't mind being a psych nurse. Like, it's something that, like, you know, as hard as it can be on some days, other days it's fun. It's funny. Like, I'm always entertained. I always have stories of something crazy that's being said. Or like, you know, like I said, we do have our hard days where, like, you know, I'm literally like about to pull my hair out, or I'm scared for my own safety, but you know, it kind of outweighed itself, like, or balanced itself out. So like, you know, yeah, it was bittersweet leaving all the friends that I made. And it's crazy because one person, I'm not going to say what their position was just in case somebody watches, but they're like, you know what? I'm surprised you made it this long. Like, you know, because like, especially my unit is, like I said, the acute care unit. So we would get a lot of like the harder patients. Like a lot of units would send us their patients if they were too hard to deal with or too hard to handle. And my supervisor at that time, like, she'd be like, yeah, my staff can handle it, which kind of was annoying. But yeah, like, she'd be like, we got this. We can, my nurses could take it. So like, yeah, we got like, we got a lot of different patients, but it gave me like a better experience. It gave me like a little like tougher skin dealing with people, because like, working with psych patients it's hard. It has its hard days, but like I said, it has its fun days. And I'm rambling. I forgot what I was talking about, but yeah, bittersweet experience. And it's like there's things that made me not want to leave, because like I said, I worked with great people. It wasn't that bad. The pay was amazing, having the 1 hour break, that was great. But at the same time, the politics that was going on, the management had been a problem from like when I started. If you look back at some of my old videos when I was talking about like how it was working on the psych unit, I was like, I kind of hinted at it, but I didn't want to say, just because my manager at the time was known for looking up like her staff's social media, seeing if anything was said. Before I got there, they were telling me a story of this girl who, got fired for making TikToks about what it's like working in psych. Like, so I had to be careful what I said, because I'm like, I know boss lady's watching. That's why I used to call her boss lady. So, or even if she's not watching, there's people on the unit who are watching who will probably say something. So, so that was getting a little overwhelming too. A lot of shady stuff that was happening as well. So like for me, I felt like my time on that particular unit was up. My original goal was not to leave the hospital, because I'm like, I like working here. I finally, in my opinion at the time, I was like, I finally found a place where like, everyone knows me. I know everyone. I work well with a lot of people. I'm in my groove. Like I know how to work with the patients and stuff like that, so I was like, I really don't want to leave this hospital. It's kind of far. That's the other thing. It was farther now that I moved. Going to work and coming back from work, it was like hour plus, like, compared to where I lived previously, it was like 25 minutes. So, that was starting to weigh on me as well. So basically I got into employee health. I think I'm going to do a separate video on my employee health experience, but what I will say is I made a big mistake. If I didn't go to employee health, I truly believe if I didn't go to employee health, if I had gone to a different unit, I would still be working at that hospital, because your girl wasn't trying to leave. But working in employee health and having that experience, I was like, you know what, I cannot work here anymore. So that leads me to today, where we are now. You guys are probably like, girl, what are you doing? Like, what you doing, girl? So, so currently I am interviewing for another psych hospital. So that's, I don't know. So basically at my old unit, they had something that happened before I left called a mass exodus, where basically because of the management and the manager or the supervisor that I was telling you guys about, everyone had enough and everyone left at the same time, which led to an opening, which eventually led to me being hired and working there. But a lot of people who left had gone to this other psych hospital. So that's what I'm trying my luck at. But also I have also been applying to some non-nursing jobs, which is like, it's nursing related and like medical related, but non-nursing. So I'm just like slowly kind of backing up for nursing, but not really like in the field, but not really like, I'm just not putting my eggs all in one basket this time around, because I'm like, all right, what is it that I really want to do? Like I said, I feel comfortable in psych, so that's why I applied to another psych job. But I'm like, all right, what else? Like, I'm going to be finishing this degree soon. I have the background in administration already, so why not try to put it to use? Why not see where else, like, my education and experience could take me? So that's where your girl is at right now. A little home care on the side, but yeah, so that is my update, guys. Yeah, so this is a 25-minute vlog. I am so sorry, guys, but it's been like a couple months, so I hope I'm not missing anything. So let me guys know if you have any questions. Leave comments down below. If you mad, be like, girl, I'm mad at you. And I'll be like, I'm sorry, girl. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry, bro. But I didn't say when the interview is. It's soon. I don't like giving dates out, but it's soon, so we'll see. And I've already interviewed for some other non-nursing stuff as well, so it's just exciting. 2024, like I said, we coming for more. Just seeing, not limiting myself to a bubble. And I've said this in like previous vlogs. I think when I graduated from my BSN program, I was saying like I don't want to be stuck doing one thing. I want to branch out and see what else I could do. So, and if that doesn't feel, like nursing is always there. I always got my nursing license. I always got my nursing degree. So like, just seeing what else your girl could do. So hope you guys like the video. If you like it, please give it a like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to watch my wedding video, my honeymoon video, be a little nosy. It's okay. But yeah, guys, I'll catch you guys in the next one. The next video, I feel like every time I promise you guys, the next video I'm going to do is going to be on blah, blah, blah. I never end up doing that video. So just watch out. Most likely it'll be talking about my experience in employee health and why your girl had to peace out. Yeah. So, yeah, guys, see you in the next one. Peace.